Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, live from Becker Field here at Reitz Stadium tonight. Lisle comes to town to take on the Wilmington Wildcats in round one of the IHSA playoffs here in Class 3A. This is a rematch of a game that was over the span of 3 days earlier this year, or was it played the first half of the first quarter or so, and then came back on a Sunday night, the only time in the history of Wilmington football to play on a Sunday night. And not only that, the only game in the state at that particular weekend on a Sunday night, and Wilmington ended up winning that one by 3 touchdowns. And tonight, it appears there is one key piece missing for Lisle, and that is Mike Walker, their big fullback / linebacker, and he is not just out here tonight. At least number 34, from what I see, is over on the sideline on the far side. So that's not good news for the Lisle Lions. And the other thing that isn't good news is the fact that 2 ICE conference teams match up in the first round of the playoffs, and you get no idea how you actually did during the year.
I've never understood why they put 2 people out of the same conference against each other to start the playoffs when they've already met each other and decided, between them which one should advance. It looks like they would put somebody else off on let's go. How about Seneca maybe? We might have had them. But
well, I mean, there are some teams around that doesn't seem like it would have been the worst idea in the world. But in any case, Wilmington gets Lisle here tonight, back at home for the Wildcats as we get set to start off the 2019 playoff schedule. Well, a lot of teams from the area made it into the playoffs. Of course, you heard about all of that on the IHSA playoff pairing show that Dennis and Jeff and all the guys did out at Terry's Shed over the weekend. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for that. Usually, this is the one that I miss, is this right game here. But it happened to work out differently this year, so we appreciate Dennis being able to step in to cover the game on Friday and then also to do the playoff pairing show on Saturday. And should Wilmington win tonight and the Cats play next Saturday, it might be you and Dennis again because I have something going on that weekend with a basketball team. So we'll work around some things. But it's kind of one of those deals. In any case, tonight, Wilmington comes in at 8-1 on the year. As a matter of fact, the Cats are the number 3 seed here in 3A, at least in the north half. The number 2 seed being Byron, and that's who Wilmington would match up with a couple rounds from now if both teams were to win out. We'll talk about those schedules here as we go through the pregame show. Matter of fact, let's take our first break of the night. When we come back, we'll take a look at those playoff pairings. Of course, a little bit later on in the pregame show, we'll talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reitz, as well as the playoff edition of Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, rolls on right here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. Getting set for week 1 of the playoffs here tonight for Wilmington as the Wildcats get set to take on the Lisle Lions. Taking a look at the playoffs, at least in 3A, as far as things match up. Now let's take a look at Wilmington's portion of the bracket. Of course, the Cats hosting Lisle tonight. The other game in this particular part of the bracket is Chicago-Dunbar, the 11th seed at 6-2. At number 6, Eureka, who is 7-2. That game will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. And because the teacher strike ended up being solved a little bit earlier this week, that game will actually take place between Dunbar and Eureka. The top part of this portion of the bracket, Chicago Harlan at 6-2, a 10 seed, will be up against Durand, the number 7 seed at 6-3. That will be at Durand tomorrow at 1 p.m. And the other big matchup here in round 1, Rock Island Alleman at 5-4. The 15 seed will go up against number 2 seed Byron, who's 8-1. That'll be Saturday at 1 o'clock. And lest you think that that's going to be a cakewalk for Byron, it's kind of the same thing as Lisle brings here. Rock Island Alleman is in a conference with a lot of much bigger schools, and so the level of competition that they play is significantly higher than what Byron is seeing during the year. Although Byron is in that conference with Winnebago and Oregon and some of those teams, so that's not a joke of a conference either. That can end up being a pretty good game tomorrow, so that's one to keep an eye on.
We usually have a battle with one team out of the conference up there every year.
And it's been Byron lately.
Yeah,
but keep an eye on that game tomorrow. The other part of the top half here, Poplar Grove North Boone is a 16 seed. They're at number 1 Princeton tonight, who's also 8-1. That is tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll keep an eye on that game. There will be a few that we'll be able to keep an eye on tonight. Spring Valley Hall at 6-3, and a 9 seed will be at Piatone, who's also 6-3, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Boy, that's a huge get for Piatone, by the way. A home game at 6-3 is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Number 13 Seneca at 5-4 will be at number 4 Farmington, who's 7-2. That will be at Dunlap High School tonight at 7 o'clock. So we'll keep an eye on that Seneca score as well. And then Chicago Carver is at Paxton Buckley Loda. That's the 12 and 5 seeds tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then, of course, there's a bunch of lower level, I wouldn't say lower level, but lower portion of the bracket stuff going on. Williamsville 9-0 will take on 5-4 St. Joseph Ogden. That's tomorrow at 1. Monticello, who we've seen in the past at 6-3, will be at DuQuoin. That game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And glancing through here, I think that's pretty much the big ones there in 3A. Let's hit 4A real quick while we're here and just take a brief look at that. The Chicago Phoenix, who somehow is in the playoffs at 3-4, and the number 16 seed will be at Coal City tomorrow, 9-0. They're the 1 seed. That'll be at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Coal City, we're just going to assume they win that. We'll take on the winner of Agricultural Science out of Chicago and Kewanee. That's the 9-8 matchup. They'll play tomorrow at 1. Let's see. Glance through this. Mantino got a number 10 seed at 5-4. They will be at Marengo, a number 7 seed. That game is tonight as well at 7 o'clock, so be able to keep an eye on that. Stillman Valley will take on Dixon. That's in a 6-11 matchup tomorrow at 1. Elmhurst Immaculate Conception will take on Chicago Sullivan. IC at 8-1, Sullivan at 5-3. That's on Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Now, if you're looking at Coal City, they would have to get to the semifinals before they saw IC. So, in some ways, that's a little bit of a break for Coal City. Bishop McNamara, by the way, at 6-3 out of 12 seed. They'll go up against number 5 Paris, who's 8-1. That'll be Saturday at 1:30. All right, that's at least a brief breakdown of what's going on. We'll take a check of that IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates at halftime tonight, and also again in the postgame as well. We'll keep an eye on all of that. We need to get to our interview with Coach Reens. Our pregame show is quickly going by the wayside. We're about 10 minutes away from opening kick here tonight. We'll take a break, come back with that interview in mere moments. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help. With extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement, Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Welcome back here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Joined once again by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raints. And Coach, a good game last week from beginning to end, a shutout win over a really good Piatone team and a chance to head into the playoffs on a high note.
Yeah, no, we really did. We needed to bounce back from Coal City, and I thought we did that against a good Piatone team. Now, they were a little bit banged up, but by the same token, I thought we played well against them. And, you played a playoff team, and for us to get a shutout win, 24-0, hopefully we can carry that momentum going in against Lisle.
You saw a little bit in all phases of the game last week. You had a field goal back from Richards again, and good to see him convert that. And then you had that second team defense in and get a nice stop at the end of the game. And so you got to see a few different things from some various aspects of your team.
No, you really did, and I thought it was a full team effort. We tried to get all the kids in, particularly the seniors. We tried to get them in, and we were able to do that. But no, we were able to run the ball. I think people saw that not only Rodewald and Shaw can run the ball, but also Myers and Hopwood. We got a couple other weapons there that we can use. And, I also think, our kicking game was good. Richards was back on track. And then defensively, we stopped a good running team. And, I was really impressed by their quarterback, how well he ran also. So, we faced a playoff team and we beat them well. But now we got to move on and play Lisle again, which is always going to be a tough deal. You never like playing somebody twice, and but we got to come out ready to play on Friday.
Well, and that was a weird thing anyway. You had the quick turnaround to get to the playoff pairings and all that, which is chaos in and of itself. Then you have all the stuff going on with the teacher strike in Chicago, and then figuring, okay, are they actually going to play? Are they not going to play?
Right.
And I think as of now, it looks like they are going to play, and so all of that chaos kind of, I'm sure, turns things upside down over the weekend.
No, it really does, and first and foremost, for those kids in Chicago that can't play, I hope they can play. I hope they get this resolved, but no, it's tough, and now you think, well, by chance, of course, everybody starts saying, well, we're home here, we're away here, la-da-da-da-da. Well, first and foremost, you better win your first game before you start doing anything. But now you're getting into all different types of rules of what counts for a home game, what doesn't. Do these Chicago Public League teams, are they going to have enough practices to play? And so, as we speak tonight, we're waiting to see. And so we'll see how that all turns out. But I've never seen a playoff system or a playoff system where there's so much unknown about what's going to happen. And so, it's a tough deal, but you got to deal with it.
How easy was it to get that game on Friday night for the first round?
I tell you what, I talked to Coach Popper, who we know each other really well. It took about 2 seconds. I said Friday at 7. He goes, that's exactly what I was thinking. And, sometimes you do it, you want to go Saturday because of injuries. We're fortunate that we're pretty good injury-wise, and so is he. And so now it comes down to, do you need more time to prepare? And we know each other already so well, that Friday night just fit for both of us, so that's good.
Talk for a second, too, about the regular, all those ice teams that kind of ended up in the playoffs and kind of where you see them going.
Yeah, no, first off, I thought it was a great year for our conference, especially for the first time of it. You got 5 teams that made the playoffs. I think it's tough that us and Lisle, one of us is going to knock each other out, and so that's kind of tough. But by the same token, I think Coal City's got a great draw, or has a good draw. I think they can make a run in 4A. I think Mantino's playing his best football yet. And Piatone gets a break. They get to play at home against Spring Valley. I think that's going to be a big plus for them. So I'm looking for us to have a good showing in the playoffs.
All right, and then lastly here tonight, injuries and kind of where you stand going into week 1 of the playoffs.
Yeah, we're okay. Wooters tonight turned his ankle a little bit. We're going to have to see what's up with that. And we got some bumps and bruises, but nothing that's going to keep anybody out. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad we're healthy. I know a lot of teams are not, but you got to have that little bit of luck on your side. I think we went through our injury gig earlier this year where we had 4 or 5 kids out. So we're looking to hopefully stay on the right side of that injury thing, and we're happy to be in the playoffs.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. And again, we'll talk to you in postgame.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it, John.
Coach Jeff Raints joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly. Take one more break. We'll come back, get you set for opening kick tonight between Lisle and Wilmington in the opening round of the IHSA football playoffs back in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous Dirtworm sundaes.
During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Back here to Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Just a couple minutes away from opening kick here tonight between Wilmington and Lisle in the opening round of the playoffs. Actually, I think I hear some motorcycles out that way. I'm surprised, man. It's a good, 35 degrees?
It's not any better than that, I'll tell you that.
So
how many we got there?
Motorcycles around the end zone.
9 Harleys out there.
I'm surprised. I mean, that's
hardcore.
To come out, come out here.
We appreciate that. That really is.
Tonight, that's
a tough ride.
That's dedication right there. So the Cats will get set to come on down through the woods.
Oh, well, I tell you what, I'm glad we're playing Lisle here. That place up there seems like strange things happen.
Yep. So 25 straight years that Wilmington has been in the playoffs.
Isn't that amazing?
25 years. That's an incredible run. And actually tonight, for having a rematch with Lisle, and as cold as it is, there's quite a few people out here. So
it's not bad. Pretty good crowd.
8 or 10
They're still coming in.
Motorcycles out there in the end zone. Fireworks are already going off in the distance. That's probably going to be an extended fireworks show here tonight as they got that thing fired up. Boy, it's going to be
here they come.
All set to go as the bell tolls, and down through the woods, through that run through and through the smoke come the Wilmington Wildcats all the way out to the 40-yard line, dressed in all purple tonight.
With those nice, big, blessed white numbers.
Fireworks still going off in the distance as Lisle will be in their white jerseys, white helmets, and blue pants here tonight. As Cats will get set to get things ready here in round 1 of the playoffs.
Oh, hello.
So Lisle will have it teed up at the 40. They'll get set to kick off left to right here tonight. Down to about 20 seconds on that clock before we get to our opening kick. By the way, Wilmington beat Piatone last week 24-0. They're up 7-0 at the end of 1.
At their 25-yard line, the quarterback for your Wilmington Wildcats, Mr. Keaton Hopwood.
So opening kick here tonight, return for Wilmington back out to the 25-yard line, and Wilmington will have it there 1st and 10. Of course, Keaton Hopwood will come up to the line of scrimmage with Wilmington here tonight and get things going. As we mentioned, Lisle without Mike Walker, their big fullback / linebacker, and that is a huge loss for the Lions here tonight. Hopwood up under center. Trey Shaw and Jake Rodewald to the wingbacks. Here comes it to Rodewald off the left side, out to the 39, almost to the 40-yard line, and a gain of 15 yards and a Wilmington first down. Good start there for the Cats. Be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 40. Again, we will probably see a pretty quick game here tonight. I think both of these teams are going to run the ball quite a bit. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 40. Again, everything packed in. 6 defensive linemen up there for Lisle. And then Jake Rodewald breaks it back to the outside across the 45 to the 50, up the right side of the field, down to the 45. of Lisle. Finally brought down on the play by Demetrius King Jr. A gain of 15 more yards and a Wilmington first down. Rodewald came off the left side. There was nothing there. Then had to reverse field and took off up the far sideline.
Yeah, he just kind of bounced off the stone wall that was built there and went to his right. Turned on the speed and only had, I think, one man to beat, but he couldn't get around the last one.
1st and 10 Wilmington from the Lisle 45-yard line. The Wildcats moving right to left here tonight as we're inside the press box on the home side. Good thing, too. It's a little brisk out there tonight. Hopwood up under center. Pitches it back to Shaw inside the 45, down to the 43, and he's stacked up there. It's a good defensive play that time for the Lions. Bring up 2nd down and 8 for Wilmington. And the Cats in all purple tonight. We've seen a lot of different combinations for Wilmington this year.
Yeah, we have.
We saw the gray jerseys with purple pants before, and last week you had gray jerseys and gray pants, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it all gray?
I think so. And it's really a beautiful uniform. It's hard to read from up here.
It looks
but
good,
it's a beautiful
though.
uniform.
2nd down and 8 for Wilmington from the 43 of Lisle. Everything packed in again. Back to the double wing with A.J. Myers in there at fullback. Pitch comes near side. Rodewald looking for the corner. Gets inside the 45. Throws a stiff arm out there inside the 40 and then shot out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So a gain of about 5 more for Jake Rodewald. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for Wilmington from the Lisle 38-yard line. Again, up front for Wilmington. Dave Schnittiger also out there is Hunter Doherty. Across the line in front, Brad Stacy, Nick Gornick, of course, Cam Holman up there as well at that other tight end position. Lucas Spangler on that offensive line tonight. Here we go. I formation with one wingback as well. That's Shaw in the I. Gets the handoff off the left side. He got hit about a yard short but spun forward to the 35, and it's going to be enough for a Wilmington first down after getting 3 yards. So the Cats will have it 1st and 10 from the Lion 35.
Well, that's a good start. Cats have kept the ball on the ground. They run that clock, making headway, and that's the formula they like to use all the time.
Yep, that play clock down to 15 seconds. Once again, Wilmington hardly ever snaps the ball over 10. I formation again. Rodewald is at fullback. Shaw, the tailback here, and Cam Holman is the wingback. Pitch goes to Shaw off the left side. Huge hole inside the 30, 25, all the way down inside the 20 to the 19. A gain of 16 yards for Trey Shaw and a Wilmington first down. My goodness, that was a gigantic hole off the left side.
Boy, give that line credit.
Boy, that's that big side of the line with Hunter Doherty and Schnittiger out there, and then you throw Cam Holman out there too. And good luck trying to slow that down. So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the Lisle 19. The first offensive drive of the night for the Cats. Again, I formation with Shaw at that tailback position. Hopwood under center, pitches it to Shaw again off the left side, inside the 20. This time, pretty good job stopping that by Aaron Harris, the 6-foot senior who makes the stop after the gain of a couple. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Wilmington. Not a whole lot of room that time off that side.
No, they pretty good job by the defense.
Of course, once you see that once or twice, you kind of assume what's coming there. Now, of course, Wilmington could go bootleg out of that too. And Lisle might be in a little bit of trouble. Here's I formation, but with Cam Holman to the right side along with Hunter Doherty and Schnittiger. Well, that's different. Handoff goes right side to Shaw, and he cuts it back down to the 15-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 5, and the thing of it is, if that would have been a clean field, he might still be running into the end zone. That's a real interesting shift for Wilmington. They took Schnittiger and Doherty off the left side and Holman too, and swung them from the left side all the way around to the right side.
Huh.
Changing it up a little bit.
Yeah, trying to feel unusual. unusual things.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington. See what they do here. The Cats in the I formation, and again, the big part of the line to the right side. And in motion now comes Holman to the left. Handoff goes to Shaw inside the 10, still going all the way down to the 5 before he's finally wrapped up by Aaron Harris again. And it's another Wilmington first down. Off a gain of 10 more for Trey Shaw. It'll be 1st and goal for the Cats from their own 5.
That was a smaller,
or from the Lisle 5, excuse me.
That was a smaller side of the line that time that opened up those holes.
Well, and again, when you start moving guys around and running to different spots, then Lisle can't just sit on one thing. So 1st and goal from the 5, and now the big part of the line back to the left-hand side, except it goes back to double wing here with Sean Rodewald. Pitch goes to Rodewald off the left side, down to the 5, breaks a tackle, gets down to the 2, actually rolled over the top of Gabriel Quinones. Give him a gain of 2, close to 3, and Wilmington will face 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line now. And think about this, Wilmington has had the ball for over half of the first quarter.
That's exactly their formula. They want a ball control offense.
I mean, they've just been chewing up a massive amount of clock on this drive. 2nd and goal from just inside the 3, and officially the 2. Hopwood up under center, everything packed in out of the double wing. Pitch comes left side to Shaw, and we have a penalty flag down, which more than likely means false start. And that's not a good thing for Wilmington after such a good beginning to the drive. But we'll see. Maybe it's not. Yep. Well, I don't know. They're discussing it. I guess it's a false start. Or is it?
No, it's going the other way, I think.
Well, now they change it, and they're going to say offside on Lisle. Well, they went with the false start signal and then took that back and then said it was offside. So
we'll accept that.
Yeah, I guess they just changed that. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line now, under 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Boy, is this really chewed up clock. Again, Myers in there at fullback, Hopwood under center. Keaton's going to keep it himself, and he is in for the touchdown. Keaton Hopwood on a 1-yard keeper, and Wilmington leads it 6-0 with 4:39 to go here in the opening quarter as Richards on to attempt the extra points.
Overall, Richards has really been a real plus to the offense. He's done a nice job of kicking.
Well, again, remember, Richards is just a sophomore.
Yeah, and that's something?
Which is phenomenal, not only for his kicking duties, but as a defensive player as well. So out of the hold of Narine here. Extra point coming up from Richards. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good as well. In fact, out of the snap of Cody Franzen for the Wildcats. So Franzen to Narine, and then the kick from Richards, and Wilmington leads at 7-0 with 4:39 to go in the first. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment. You're listening to the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quiglig Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quiglig Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quiglig Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Richards' kick taken at the 18, across the 20 to the 30, out to the 40, all the way out to the 43-yard line. On the return is Dylan Lau. And what a return for Lau and the Lions. So Lisle will take over 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now the problem for the Lions is they're without Mike Walker. Their 6'1", 230-pound fullback. He is not available tonight. So the Lions are going to have to get a little bit creative. One receiver to either side. Again, working out of the shotgun is Lisle from their own 43. This is Aiden Lombardo, and he'll take it out to the 45-yard line after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 7. So a gain of 3 for Lombardo. And it'll be interesting to see what Wilmington does here with Walker removed. Now, Lisle did spread it out anyway and tended to do a few different things, so that's not completely unusual, but to see kind of where they go tonight. 2 receivers split out to the far side, and shotgun here with Lombardo with one back to his left. 2nd down and 7 from their own 45. Handoff goes to Dylan Lau around the edge, and he'll get out to the 48, and that's it. He's chopped down right there. And a gain of about 3 more. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for Lisle from their own 49-yard line. So we'll see what Lisle decides to do here after getting very good field position off that kick return.
Well, they were 1 tackle from going all the way, it looked like.
And
Nice,
the Cats now look with 4 down linemen on 3rd down and 4 is out of the shotgun formation. Here is Lombardo, hands it off left side. That's not going to go anywhere. Hunter Doherty wrapped up Connor Negro, and absolutely nothing there. And a loss of
also 1.
a yard as Connor tried to go off the left side and actually lost a yard.
Boy, Hunter was there, just swallowed him right up.
So bring up 4th down and 5. So Wilmington going to force a punt right here. There's a line shot that will be picked up at the 20, across the 25, all the way out to the 28-yard line. And be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 29. 2:17 to go opening quarter, a 7-0 lead for the Wildcats. So Wilmington last time around chewed up 7+ minutes of the quarter and then got it back inside 3 minutes. So time of possession is going to be hugely in favor of Wilmington in this first half. I formation here for the Cats with Trey Shaw as the tailback. A little bit different look for Wilmington. Shaw off the left side, cut it back across the 30, still churning forward, and will take it all the way out to near the 33. In fact, he by himself took on about 4 Lions and wouldn't go down. Dylan Lau ended up making the tackle. A gain of 4 for Trey Shaw. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, he refused to give up. He just kept on churning away. And there were, like you say, 4 guys holding him back. Clock continues to run. It's running down close to 1:40 now in the first quarter.
So 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington from their own 33. Hopwood under center out of the I formation, comes left side. He's going to lose a bunch of yards here all the way back to the 26. And that play just had nothing going for it. I don't know if that was supposed to be a pass or what, but it didn't go well, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 13, close to 14.
Yeah, lost a good 7 yards on that play. Like you say, it was just whatever it was supposed to be, never developed.
So let's see what Wilmington has in the bag for third, and we'll call it 13 from their own 26-yard line. And the Cats don't have a whole lot for this, I don't think. Down to 3 seconds on the play clock out of the double wing here. Handoff comes left side. And this is Rodewald. Bangs off a couple of tacklers out across the 40, and he has the first down.
Wow.
My goodness. What a run by Jake Rodewald. I mean, he absolutely ran through 3 defenders, and now he is on his knees on the sideline. So I'll have to keep an eye on Jake Rodewald. I think it's his hand more than anything. Be first and 10. Could be a shoulder too. It doesn't. We'll take a look at him. First down and 10 for Wilmington from their own 40, and the Cats are going to wait to the end of the quarter, and that's probably a good thing at the moment with Rodewald over here on the sideline. We'll take a break, come back with quarter number 2 in just a moment. Wilmington leads at 7-0. Back with more Cats football in a moment. You're listening to the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Wilmington leads at 7-0 here over Lisle. Set to start the second quarter. Jake Rodewald looks like he's back in there. It's the way he came off on the sideline, it didn't look good and went straight to his knees and was shaking his arm and everything else, but he's back out there.
Yeah, he had the faithful really shook up there a little bit.
As made you think about it, that's for sure. So Shaw to one side, Rodewald to the other out of the double wing here with A.J. Myers at fullback. So pitch comes left side. Rodewald jumps over somebody laying on the ground, gets out across the 40. And gets to the 42, close to the 43-yard line. So Rodewald will pick up 3. It'll bring up second down and 7. Wilmington now moving left to right. So Hopwood coming all the way over here to the sideline to get the play.
We're down 15 seconds, counting. Wilmington not worried about it as long as they get it high before that zero hits.
Everybody's packed in so much that you can set up pretty quick. Back to the I formation here, down to 3 seconds on the play clock. And the pitch comes near side. Shaw out of the I across the 40, 45, midfield. Shaw cuts it back to the far sideline, to the 40, 30, up the sideline to the 20, 10, 5, and I think he went out of bounds. In fact, they're going to mark him out of bounds out to the 15-yard line. A gain of 48 or so.
48, wow.
Close enough. They moved the ball a couple of times down there. And so Wilmington will have it first and goal officially from the 10-yard line. This is like the third or fourth time this year that the ball's barely been touching the 10 and been first and goal, like as far away as you can get. So back to the double wing here. Hopwood up under center. Pitches it back to Rodewald inside the 10. Runs through a defender down to the 5. And close to the 4-yard line. Rodewald's going to pick up at least 5 yards. bring up second down and goal from there.
We'll put him down for 5. Nice running on the inside there on the left side by Rodewald. It's behind the big guys, I do believe he was running that time.
Down to 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Telling you, Wilmington pushing it a little bit on the time, though. They just break the huddle with 7 seconds to go on that play clock. Out under center.
3 seconds.
Hopwood pitches it back to Rodewald again, kind of picking and choosing his hole. Down to the 2, maybe to the 1. That play took forever, but it was just because Jake was being so choosy, waiting for things to open up.
Yeah, he's waiting for those linemen to open up the holes he needed.
A gain of about 3 yards. It'll bring up third down and goal from the 2. And again, Wilmington absolutely fine with burning a ton of clock here and trying to get into the end zone. Again, out of the double wing here. Hopwood up under center. Pitch back to Rodewald again. Inside the 2, down to the 1. I don't think he got in, although it is close. He's down inside the 1. And it will bring up fourth and goal from the 1. And I'm completely behind. Go to the I formation, and I'd go with that old school formation and put Hunter Doherty at the fullback and go out of the I.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
We'll see what they pull out of the hat here. But fourth down and goal from the 1, and they're going to stay with double wing here. Hopwood up under center. He's going to keep it himself and dives ahead. And did he make it in? Still no signal. Now there is. Touchdown, Wilmington. Keaton Hopwood on the 1-yard keeper. That's his second touchdown of the night. And Wilmington leads it now 13-0 with 8:28 to go here in the first half. So Keaton Hopwood just dives right over the middle. And Alan Richards on to attempt the extra point.
And give credit for the Lisle Lions. They made it tough.
Snap by Franzen, the hold by Narine, and the kick by Richards is good inside that right upright. And Wilmington leads it 14-0 with 8:28 to go in the half. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
Wilmington leads it 14-0 with 8:28 to go here in the first half. And so far, the Wilmington offense has not been stellar as far as just running off huge plays, but they've been very, very consistent and churning the ball out, and Lisle has been unable to stop it, and the Lisle offense hasn't gone anywhere. This picked up at the 25, across the 30, 35. In fact, the best play for Lisle tonight has been the kickoff return.
Twice.
That comes out to the 37-yard line on the return by Connor Nigro.
You're talking about the Wilmington Wildcats offense. Rodewald has carried the ball for 64 yards in the first half, and Trey, 84 yards.
All right, so two receivers split out to the near side. Again, shotgun formation with one back to the left of Lombardo. He'll step up in the pocket, tries to get away, and he is dropped after a gain of a yard, maybe two, by a combination of Holman and Richards who step up there and get them. A gain of 2 yards, bring up second down and 8 for Lisle from their own 39-yard line.
Looked like he might have a little opening in there. The Wildcats pursued, closed in, pushed him off to the right-hand side, and then the two guys tackled him.
Second and 8 for Lisle from their own 39. Again, one receiver to either side. Out of the shotgun is Lombardo. He'll pitch it on the jet sweep, and this is going to go nowhere unless Demetrius King can get around the corner, and he doesn't. All the way back to the 28-yard line. That's Matt Sanchez who flung Demetrius King Jr. to the ground for a big loss, and there is a flag down at the 39-yard line of Lisle. We'll have to wait and see what that is. Boy, good pursuit by Matt Sanchez. If this stands, that's a loss of 9, maybe 10 yards for Lisle, but of course it depends on the penalty here. It was thrown right in the middle of all that blocking going on for Lisle, and now I'm not sure the officials know what that flag is, as they're all talking it over. Heck, they're still talking about it. I mean, I'm not sure. They're all the way back at the 28-yard line, and they're still discussing what this penalty actually is. In fact, Coach Raint's out there now to discuss what's happening. And the penalty is on Lisle.
So they declined it.
And it is declined. And that's
look at that. How
it's
many
the
yards
second
that
time
lost.
this year that I'm not really sure what that penalty they called actually was. But it doesn't matter because it's third down and 20 for Lisle, as everything is declined anyway. Two receivers out to the far side. Again, Lombardo out of the shotgun with one back to his right with 7:31 to go in the half. Lombardo handoff, actually a double handoff back to the far side, and Holman is going to track down Dylan Lau after a gain of maybe 5. Well, give him about 5 yards. It'll bring up fourth down and 15 for Lisle, as again the Lions go backwards. And Jack Narine standing back at his own 37-yard line. So a decent snap, and the kick here is caught by Narine back at his 32. There is a flag down across the 35 to the 40, out across the 45 to the 46. There is a flag down. Let's see what this penalty is. It was thrown right as the punt was
and it
kicked by Connor Nigro. And
up in the line area, kind of.
And we have a personal foul. Roughing the kicker?
Roughing the kicker?
And it's a first down for Lisle. So
Did you see
roughing the kicker is called, and Lisle gets a first down. So the flag came in from a good 30 yards downfield.
Wow.
Did anybody touch the kicker?
I didn't think they did. I don't know.
Well, that was an odd. Okay. So first and 10 for Lisle from their own 48. I think everybody was caught off guard by that penalty. I don't even didn't think he was really hit, but
no, in fact, I saw they kind of dropped off at the last.
Well, in any case, Lisle gets a fresh set of downs off the free gift. Handoff comes up the middle, and a gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards. Good job by Wilmington's defense to try to stack that up. It's Connor Nigro again on a run for 3 yards. Bring up second and 7 for the Lions. Well, it's an opportunity for this Wilmington defense then to go ahead and say, okay, well, let's go ahead and prove how good we actually are. Stop this again.
I was really shocked.
That was strange. I didn't see anything there, but maybe it was way after the kick.
It might have been. I don't know. It had to be after the kick.
So to bring up 2nd down and 7, one receiver to the near side, one to the far, out of the shotgun. Lombardo trying to keep it, gets around the corner, makes a nice move inside the 45, down to the 40, and he's stacked up there after a gain of about 7 yards, make it 8, and a Lisle first down to the Wilmington 40. And quite honestly, that's going to be the best play tonight for Lisle, is when Lombardo finds some opening. Yeah, I don't think the running game is going to work consistently.
He's a pretty shifty runner, too. He changes direction very quickly, both left and right.
I almost think that at some point they'll go with that RPO, the run-pass option, with
that could
Walker
be
out, and maybe start working some of that. One receiver to either side. Again, out of the shotgun, Lombardo with one running back to his right. 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 40. Lisle working right to left. Lombardo trying to get the corner. Matt Sanchez tracked him down and drags him down. Back at the 45-yard line.
Matt Sanchez again.
Wow. Now that is flat-out pursuit from Matt Sanchez. Tracked him down and dropped him for a loss of 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down. We'll call it 14 for Lisle at the Wilmington 44.
Tell you what, that guy's done some tackles tonight. Sanchez has been there when they've needed him.
So down to 4:50 to go in the half. Lisle trying to make something happen as we end this first half, and Wilmington has been in control for most of this. 2 receivers to the near side. Again, shotgun with Lombardo, and I believe that's Nigro to his left. Lombardo steps up in the pocket and throws it behind his intended receiver. That's Demetrius King Jr., and it'll bring up 3rd down and 14. I don't really know if that play was going to go anywhere anyway, but
kind of looked like he was right in the middle of a bunch of guys. No, 3rd down and 15. Yeah, long 14. All right.
And now a timeout to Lisle. Try to talk it over here. 4:32 to go in the half. Wilmington leads at 14-0. Back with more Cats playoff football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
3rd down and 14 for Lisle from the 44 of Wilmington. 2 receivers to the near side. Lombardo drops back, trying to get free. Fires under pressure. It's caught down at the Wilmington 29-yard line. What a pass from Lombardo under pressure. I believe that's Dylan Lau, who picks up 16 yards and a Lisle first down to the 28-yard line of Wilmington. Boy, that's just, sometimes you got to say, you know what? You just made a good play.
Yeah,
that right there was a good play.
Dylan Lisle.
Again, 2 receivers split out to the near side. Lombardo out of the shotgun with Nigro to his left. 4:26 to go here in the half. And Lombardo keeps it, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and gets down near the 25-yard line. Wilmington should have had him a couple of times. The gain of about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Lisle from the 25-yard line of Wilmington, down to 4 minutes to go in the half. Boy, that was a huge penalty, the roughing the kicker call.
Oh, yeah, that changed the whole complexion of the game.
That seemed to, I'll have to go back and look at that later. Cause
Lisle were on the heels All they could do is punt and hope for the best.
One receiver to either side, 2nd and 7 from the 25. Handoff comes left side. Nice hole down inside the 20, all the way down near the 18-yard line. That's going to be enough for another Lisle first down, a gain of 7 more. And don't look now, but the Lions are moving the football as Connor Nitro gets it down to the 17-yard line. So 2 receivers split out to the far side. Lombardo out of the shotgun with one running back to his left. Clock continues to roll. Lombardo takes the snap, rolls right side, looks downfield, fires into the end zone, and that is caught? It is caught for a touchdown. That is Demetrius King Jr. on a 17-yard touchdown pass, and all of a sudden it's 14-6 Wilmington pending the extra points. Boy, that was a nice pass. And King got up there and snatched it out of the air. Not a whole lot, again, you can do about that. It's just a good play. The thing for Wilmington is 3:04 to go in the half, and the Cats really need to put something together toward the end of the half to try to get back momentum. Good snap, good hold. The kick is blocked, and that's a little bit of momentum right there as Andy Eckerd has it blocked. As Wilmington leads at 14-6 with 3:04 to go in the half. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirtworm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
All right, 14-6 is the lead for Wilmington as Lisle went straight down the field after the penalty. Now, the Cats had stopped the Lisle offense, but the roughing the kicker penalty all of a sudden opened the door, and here comes Lisle. So up the near side, 30-yard line, 35. Jack Narine almost broke that out to the 41-yard line. And the Cats will take over there, 1st and 10. Well, I thought for a second there that he was going to be gone and ended up getting tripped up at the last second. 2:55 to go in the half. Still plenty of time for Wilmington. And as a matter of fact, the Cats have all 3 timeouts left as well. 1st and 10 from the Wildcats' 41-yard line. Back to the double wing here for Wilmington. Shaw and Rodewald with Myers in there at fullback. Hopwood back up under center here. We'll pitch it near side. This is Shaw across the 45 to the 46-yard line. In fact, they'll back it up to about the 45. So it gives Shaw close to 4 yards. Bring up 2nd and 6 for Wilmington as
How come the clock doesn't run? There it goes now. Clock didn't run that whole play.
I'm surprised nobody from Lisle really lost their minds over that. So Hopwood rolls out to the left side, looking downfield, has nobody open, trying to come back on the near side, and they're going to throw a flag for a block in the back, which really wasn't a block in the back, but it looked like it. And so from the side that this official was on, it did kind of look that way, even though I'm not really sure that it was, but it doesn't matter. So it'll be backed up here, and that flag for going from Where he threw it is really going to be a problem. So the Cats tried to roll out Hopwood for a pass for Cam Holman, but there was nothing there. And so Hopwood tried to create on his own, and then all of a sudden, it's a block in the back, all the way back at the 35-yard line. So they're going to mark it off from there, and this is going to be second and forever for Wilmington. It's all the way back to the 25-yard line. The first down is at the 49, almost the 48 of Lisle. So it will be second and 26 or so for Wilmington here. And now if you're the Cats, you just sit on it and get to the half, because if you're Lisle, man, you have to be thrilled with where they're at right now.
Boy, that penalty has changed their whole attitude toward the game.
Back to the double wing. Hopwood going to keep it himself, and he slips and goes to the ground. Out across the 25 to near the 26, and now it's going to be third and a country mile. And why in the world, if you're Lisle, why aren't you using a timeout? I mean, Lisle could very easily use 2 timeouts and have 2 minutes on the clock and make a drive, and
That's a
for
good
some
question.
reason, they're just letting this clock run all the way down.
That's a very good question. I have no idea.
And as quick as they moved it on the last drive, could easily get down there in 2 minutes. But for whatever reason, the Lions appear to be completely fine with going into the half. 1:25 and counting, down to 2 seconds on the play clock. Out of the I formation, pitch comes right side. This is Shaw out to the 30. And for some reason, now Lisle uses a timeout.
That's amazing.
That you just wasted 45 seconds off the clock that you didn't need to. So timeout to Lisle. 1:14 to go in the half as the Cats lead at 14-6. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate. We'll have your first half stats. We'll also have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. And we'll get you set for the second half as well. And, you know, we said earlier, if Wilmington doesn't put it all together tonight, Lisle could cause you some problems.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've always caused us problems. This is a game that's why I said I didn't like this draw, because they were always a tough group to play.
And the problem is you've seen each other once.
Yeah.
So that makes it even a little easier. So back deep for Lisle at the 37-yard line of the Lions is Demetrius King Jr., and A.J. Myers will get set to punt with 1:14 to go in the half. Myers with a nice kick. This bounces, and Demetrius King's going to let it roll all the way down to the Lisle 28. And let's see if the Lions try anything here. Now, you do have to keep in mind that Wilmington also has 3 timeouts. So if the Lions try a couple of passes that go nowhere, the Cats could very easily get the ball back. I'm of the mindset here that Lisle is going to take a couple of runs and see what they get and then re-rack, because they would get the ball to start the second half. And the way their offense moved on the last drive.
Well, the one place that Wilmington has trouble with is defensive pass plays.
So 2 receivers to the near side, and keeping it this time is Lombardo, and he gets stacked up at the 30, a gain of 2. And does Wilmington just let it run? Apparently they are okay with that. So it appears Lisle and Wilmington are both okay with just going into the half. Second down and 8 for the Lions from their own 30. Again, 2 receivers split out to the near side. Lombardo with 1 running back to his left out of the shotgun here. 30 seconds to go in the half. Handoff goes to Connor Nigro. He'll get out across the 30 to the 33. And I believe that will do it for the first half. Of course, we'll have to wait and see, but down to 15 seconds after a gain of 3 yards there. And for Lisle, boy, you couldn't ask for much better than the way that half ended. Wilmington leads at 14-6 going into the half. Welcome into the halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get a check of your first half stats. And we'll also get a look at the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred & Associates. We'll get you set for the second half as well. Wilmington leads at 14-6 here at the half. Back on the Pro Real Estate halftime show in just a few minutes here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
This is the halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate. As Wilmington leads it. Boy, I'm jumping way ahead of the game. 14-6 over Lisle here at the half.
Tonight, the Wildcat Marching Band and Color Guard will perform Theme from Tetris. Drum majors, is your band
And by the way, Dennis sent me a text saying 24 years of playoffs. I think he's actually right. I think it is 24 years total instead of 25. As Lisle for the first half, 14-6, the lead for Wilmington. Lyle's first half stats. First of all, rushing the football. Eden Lombardo, 6 rushing attempts for 23 yards. Dylan Lau, 2 rushing attempts for 7 yards. Connor Nigro, 4 rushes for 12 yards. Demetrius King, 1 carry for negative 16 yards. In the first half, Lisle, 13 rushes for 26 yards. Through the air, Eden Lombardo was 2 of 3 for 33 yards and a touchdown. Connor Negro, 1 reception for 16 yards. Demetrius King, 1 reception for 17 yards and a touchdown. Believe it or not, 59 yards of offense, and Lisle is trailing 14-6. That's amazing in and of itself. For Wilmington rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood, 4 rushing attempts for -4 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jacob Rodewald, 9 carries for 64 yards. Trey Shaw, 10 carries for 94 yards. And Wilmington on the night, 23 rushing attempts in the first half, 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not a lot of yardage anywhere. Matter of fact, a very, very fast first half of football, like crazy fast. And Wilmington outgains Lisle 154-59, and it's only a 14-6 game here at the half. And for the Cats, it's been weird. Wilmington seemingly controlled about 90% of that first half, but the big play was the Cats stopping Lisle on 3rd down. As a matter of fact, it was 4th and 15, and Lisle tried to punt, and a flag came from out of nowhere somewhere during that play that called a roughing the kicker penalty, which took kind of everybody by surprise, and that gave Lisle the automatic first down, and all of a sudden the Lions went straight down the field and scored, and it was very strange because it felt like Wilmington dominated the vast majority of that game, and all of a sudden you're at the half and it's a 1-score game.
Yeah, you're right in the middle of a fight for your life when you had the whole game under control. And boy, that changed. It's like Lisle turned the switch on. They all once said, we've got hope now. Then they threw 2 passes, 1 for 16, 1 for 17 yards in that drive with a total of 33 of the yards. Just enough rushing yards during the same possession that they were able to get into the end zone.
So Wilmington leads at 14-6 over Lisle here at the half. We'll take ourselves another break. When we come back, we'll have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. That will be the playoff edition that we'll have for you here in just a few minutes. This is the halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net and at 815-476-7916. Back in just a moment.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
What's up, man? Good to see you're here. Do you want a beer?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, come on, relax. Have some fun. Everyone else is drinking.
We have a lot to do tomorrow and I can't be all hungover from drinking.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with school and sports and clubs and so much stuff. I don't have time to be worrying about if I got caught drunk. Come on, man. This will help relax your mind and worries, and you'll have a good time.
Oh man, cops. Run, we better book it out of here.
I'm so glad we weren't stupid and didn't drink. I know, right?
The Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community is committed and proud to bring programs and resources to help area residents. Our mission is to build a safe, productive, and substance-free community through these programs. The issues and problems that come with alcohol and drug abuse are very real, and the effects can be devastating. If you or anyone you know is in need of help, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with Sebring Goodman Teen Institute, ONDCP, and SAMHSA.
Back here in the halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net and also at 815-476-7916. Wilmington leads at the half 14-6 over Lisle. It's now time for a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Well, a few things going on here tonight. First and foremost, games from the Illinois Central 8, or the ICE, as it were. Marengo leads Mantino 20-0. Matter of fact, Marengo was the number 7 seed. Mantino was a 10 seed going into tonight, and Marengo leads at 20-0. Tomorrow, the number 1 Coal City Kohlers will take on the number 16 Phoenix Military Firebirds, and that'll be 2 o'clock tomorrow. Piatone hosts Spring Valley Hall tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Both of those teams at 6 and 3. Now, other scores from tonight. In the second quarter, number 1 seed in 3A, Princeton leads North Boone 33-7. That game in the second quarter. Farmington, the 4 seed, leads the 13 seed Seneca 20-7. In the third quarter, number 2 seed Fieldcrest trails to West Carroll 8-6. The West Carroll, the 15 seed, up on Fieldcrest. Oakwood, a 14-0 lead on the Comus. Both of those games in 2A. In fact, that's an 8-9 game. In 4A, Prairie Central, a 10 seed, leads Richland County, the 7th seed, 14-7. That game also in the second quarter. In 5A, in the second quarter, number 1 Sterling 21-6 over number 16 Marion Catholic. It's St. Rita, the 8th seed, 28-7 over Glenbard South, the 9 seed. That's also in the second quarter. And in the second quarter, number 4 Hillcrest over number 13 St. Lawrence, 35-0. That's in 5A. In 6A, in the first quarter, number 6 Caneland, a 3-0 lead over number 11 Crystal Lake. In the second quarter, number 4 Richards leads number 13 Washington 13-10. In the first quarter, get this, first quarter, number 5 Peoria leads number 12 Shepherd 32-8. My goodness. All right, in 7A tonight at the half, number 16 Glenbard North leads number 17 Bennett 35-0. It's number 9 Normal Community 21-0 over Revis. That's the 24 seed. That game's at the half. These games in the second quarter, number 4 Hersey 35-0 over number 29 Rockford Auburn. Number 5, Willowbrook, 21. Number 28, Moline, 14. In the first quarter, Yorkville, the 12 seed, leads Thornton Fractional South, the 21 seed, 23-0. It's Prospect, the 14 seed, leading DeKalb, the 19 seed, 21-20 in the first quarter. Wow, that's a whole lot of scoring going on in a quarter. In the second quarter, number 27, Downers Grove North leads number 6, Maine West, 14-7. That game in the second quarter. And in another upset in the making, number 22, Wheaton Warrenville South leads number 11, Harlem, 21-7. In 8A, now this has a little bit of interesting twist to it. Minooka is the 1 seed taking on the number 32, Joliet West. Joliet West got in at 4-5 record this year. Minooka leads in the second quarter 14-7 over Joliet West. So the Tigers hanging tough. Number 16, Edwardsville leads number 17, St. Charles East, 44-17. That's in the third quarter. Number 24, Brother Rice leads number 9, Bartlett, 6-0. That's in the first quarter. Plainfield North and Fremd, that's the 20 and 13 seeds. They're scoreless at the end of 1. Number 5, Oswego leads number 28, Elgin, 7-0 in the first quarter. Number 23, Marist leads number 10, Glenbard East, 35-0 in the second quarter. Number 3, Lincoln Way East. Yes, somehow Lincoln Way East is the 3 seed. They got a 40-0 lead on the 30 seed Plainfield South. How in the world is Lincoln Way East the 3 seed? And then in the, by the way, that's in the fourth quarter. Lincoln Way East leads Plainfield South 40-0. And then in the first quarter, Homewood Flossmoor, the 6th seed, and number 27 Chicago Curry are scoreless. So again, back to the ice here. Marengo leads Mantino 20-0. That game in the second quarter. Other local games in 3A, Farmington leads Seneca 20-7. Princeton, the number 1 seed, leads North Boone 33-7. So far, that's what we got. And the other one that we're really going to keep an eye on, because that's interesting, is Minooka leading Joliet West 14-7 in the second quarter. Man, what a shocker that would be if Joliet West could pull that off. Some other matchups, by the way, things going on tomorrow in 3A. Paxton will take on Carver Military. Number 2, Byron will take on number 15, Rockford Alleman. That game is at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Durand goes up against Chicago Harlan. Eureka will take on Chicago Dunbar. By the way, Wilmington, if they win here tonight, would take on the winner of Eureka and Dunbar. That game will be at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Beardstown will go up against Newton. That's the 1-16 game. Greenville has Quincy Notre Dame. That's the 8-9. Number 4, Fairfield goes up against number 13, Alton Marquette. By the way, Fairfield's mascot, the Mules. Number 5, Mater Dei will take on number 12, West Frankfort. Number 2, Williamsville will go up against number 15, St. Joe Ogden. Number 7, DuQuoin will get number 10, Monticello. Number 3, Vandalia will get 14, North Mac. And number 6, Mount Carmel will get number 11, Carlinville. And then a couple of area games of note. Number 3, or at least local interest anyway. Number 3, IC Catholic will get number 14, Chicago Sullivan at 6 tomorrow. Bishop McNamara from down there at Kankakee got a 12 seed. They'll take on the number 5, Paris. Joliet Catholic will take on Morton. That's a 9-8 matchup at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Number 4, Kankakee will get number 13, Peoria Notre Dame. That's at 3 tomorrow. Number 6, Morris will get number 11, Sacred Heart Griffin. That game at 2. By the way, Providence got an 11 seed. They'll take on the number 6, Normal Community West at 3 tomorrow. Lincoln Way West got a 25 seed going up against Chicago Phillips, the 8 seed at 3:30 tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Plainfield East, number 29, gets number 4, Gurney Warren. That's at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So again, Marengo leads Mantino 20-0 in the second quarter. Farmington leads Seneca 20-7 in the second quarter. And Minooka leads Joliet West 14-7 also in the second quarter. We'll take a break, come back with your third quarter of this one. You've been listening to the Halftime Show brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net and also at 815-476-7916. Back with the second half in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous Dirtworm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Set to start quarter number 3. Wilmington leads at 14-6, but that's a little precarious. The Cats had a 14-0 lead, looked like they were firmly in control, and then all of a sudden, a roughing the kicker penalty gave Lisle new life, and they went straight down the field and scored. And then the next possession Wilmington had, they got a block in the back call on a pass attempt, and then all of a sudden we're at the half, and it's 14-6.
Has not been a great outing for the Wildcats so far tonight. Started out really 3/4 of the first half they control completely. And that one call, and it seemed like it woke Lisle up and said, hey, you guys got a shot at this thing. And here they went. They had 2 passes, one for 16, one for 17 yards, and 1 7-yard run in the middle of that, and ended up going with a penalty all the way down the field.
Well, here's the key. Lisle gets the football to start the second half, and the kickoff has been their best play. This comes dead at the 22, picked up there. Demetrius King is going to get dropped right at the 22-yard line, and that's where Lisle will start 1st and 10, and very important for Wilmington's defense here to force a 3-and-out. You want to take any momentum that Lisle has away, and you want to do it immediately.
Boy, you sure do. Okay, let's see what they can do.
So out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to the far side. And up the middle comes Lombardo, and he manages to chew up about 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Lions.
He's taken over the running duties. He's done a fantastic job the last part of that. He and Dylan had a couple runs as well.
So 2nd down, call it 6 for Lisle, and the Wilmington defense started off really strong for the first drive or two that Lisle had the ball, and then all of a sudden have had trouble stopping the Lions. 1 receiver to either side. Again, Lombardo out of the shotgun, 1 back to his right, and the handoff comes left side. Actually,
oh my!
Looked like Lombardo. I don't know what happened there. The ball popped free, and Lombardo covered it up. He was tackled, but I guess they're going to call Wilmington for a late hit.
Oh, that's not.
Well, there's been a couple.
That's another
iffy situations here. I mean, I guess technically his knee is down as he picks up the ball, and maybe. In any case, it is a late hit personal foul for Wilmington. A 1st and 10 for Lisle from their own 39. And the Cats' penalties are starting to kill them.
That's 3 15-yarders.
2 receivers to the far side. Lombardo out of the shotgun. King in motion. Lombardo's going to keep it, and a huge hole all the way out to the 48, close to the 49. That's a gain of 9 yards for Lombardo. And Lisle knocking on the door of another 1st down. Bring up 2nd down and a yard, and at some point here, Wilmington might have to go with putting somebody spying on the quarterback.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something to compensate for that.
Because Lombardo has all kinds of territory to run around. 2 receivers to the far side. Lombardo out of the shotgun again. 1 back to his left. 2nd down and a yard from the Lisle 48. Lombardo going to keep it again. Has all kinds of room again. Inside the 50 down to the 46 of Wilmington. That's a gain of 6 more yards. And a Lisle 1st down.
Boy, it looks like a totally different team since that penalty was called. Well, now we had another penalty start this half, which was a questionable one. It has really changed the complexion of the game.
So 1st and 10 for Lisle from the Wilmington 46. 2 receivers to the near side. Lombardo out of the shotgun, again with the back to his left. Hands it off to, I believe that's Connor Nidro off the right side. Will pick up about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down. Call it 7, actually close to 8. Again, for Wilmington, we said a defensive stand was extremely important.
And then you start off with a big 15-yard penalty. Not good.
So 2nd down and a long 7, maybe a short 8. 1 receiver to the far side, 1 back to the near. Lombardo out of the shotgun, again with 1 back to his left and 1 wing back. As Lombardo's going to keep it himself, and there's all kinds of room, and Lombardo's gone. That is a touchdown for Lisle, and I mean easy.
Wow.
There's nobody anywhere near Lombardo, and he cruised into the end zone. 14-12 with 9:09 to go in the third quarter. And again, somebody somewhere is going to have to start spying Lombardo.
Man,
he's just had all kinds of territory.
Yeah, not a finger laid on him the whole time. Went around the right side, and it's just like he opened up a pathway down through there.
14-12. Let's see what Lisle elects to do on what we assume will be the 2-point conversion here. And right now, the Lions have all the momentum. 14-12. Again, out of the shotguns, Lombardo, one receiver to either side. As the handoff goes to Nigro trying to get around the corner. He's not going to get there as Wilmington drops that for no gain. And it's now 14-12, Wilmington over Lisle. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football here in just a moment. Listening to the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Wilmington leads at 14-12, but since about the midway point of the second quarter, it has been all Lisle. As the Lions have it teed up at the 40, kicking off right to left. And remember, Lisle is missing what is one of their main weapons on both sides of the ball in Mike Walker. And so far, they have had no problems. This picked up at the 17, across the 20, 25, out to the 30. Sanchez all the way out to the 40-yard line. And that's where Wilmington will start first and 10. Now, all the momentum squarely with the Lisle Lions after they picked up a big touchdown in the middle of the second quarter, stopped Wilmington at the end of the quarter, and then immediately went down the field in the third quarter.
They're going to have to get away with the penalties. The penalties is just killing them. It's picking Lisle up and dusting them off and putting them in control. And, boy, they've got to stop the penalty problem.
Well, and we talked about the RPO for Lisle, and that's really what they went to. Beginning of the third quarter, it's just been almost an option offense.
They're a better team running that.
I formation, handoff comes right side. This is Rodewald, bangs ahead for a gain of 7, close to 8 before he's finally tackled by Jovan Martic, the 6'2 junior. A gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up second down and a yard for Wilmington from their own 49. Very important this drive that the Cats hang on to the football and get some points. The defense struggling as of late. The offense needs to pick it up a little bit to keep this lead intact.
Yeah, the defense has lost complete control, which is really unusual.
By the way, the big part of the offensive line to the right side here. Handoff comes to Rodewald. Decent hole. He'll pick up close to 5 on second and a yard. It'll be first and 10 Wilmington from the 46-yard line of Lisle. The Cats offensively here seem to be moving with purpose, though. And I kind of like this idea of picking up tempo a little bit instead of, and now here they're going back to turning off clock, but I like the idea to start the half of just get into your offense and keep going and going and going and just pound it ahead.
Yeah, I'm with you. I kind of like that as well.
First and 10 from the 46 of Lisle. Handoff again, Rodewald off the right side inside the 40 as he's shoved out of bounds at the 38 of Lisle. Another big gain. Give him 7 yards on first down. The second and call it 3. Actually, it's closer to 2 for Wilmington from the 38 of Lisle.
Rodewald back. We finished the second quarter. Rodewald was not in the offense again as far as carrying the ball. Now he's come back at the beginning of the third quarter. He's been delivering 9, 5, and 7 yards respectively.
2nd down and 2 for Wilmington from the 38 of Lisle. Back to the I formation again. Handoff Rodewald left side. Broke the initial tackle, then got stacked up. Boy, that is a really bad spot. I mean, that's almost phenomenally bad if that's where they're going to put it.
That's about 1.5 yards short of where he was.
That's almost shockingly bad. They actually gave him a loss of about a half yard, and he was within about a football length of the first down marker. Try to figure that one out. Coming up on 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, Wilmington faces 3rd and a long 2. Back to the I formation here, and again, the big part of the line now on the left side. Pitch goes out there to Rodewald, breaks one tackle, has the first down, pounds ahead, down to the 32-yard line or so of Lisle, and a Wilmington first down off a gain of about 5 more. And give credit to Jake because he broke a tackle that would have dropped him about 2 yards shy of the first down.
He sure did.
Got through that and muscled ahead to get a first down.
And I'll tell you what, I was like, I had to wait to see if there was a first down. I think this guy's contact.
So 1st and 10 from the 32 of Lisle. Again, I formation here with Hopwood up under center. Hands it off to Myers, the fullback. Has a decent hole inside the 30. Still going down near the 25-yard line. As A.J. Myers picks up a good 6, maybe 7 yards on first down. Bring up 2nd and 3 for Wilmington from the 25 of Lisle. A good little mix-up there to go with A.J. up the middle.
That was a really great call by Coach. He came there, that quick hitter right up the middle, and boy, they were not able to compensate for that.
Yeah, Barry has tried to go to the pass a couple times tonight, and it's not worked the 2 or 3 times that they've tried to do it, but that is a good matchup with Myers going off that right side, and this is Jake Rodewald. He'll pick up maybe a yard or 2, and that's about it. 3rd down and a yard for Wilmington from the Lisle, we'll call it the 23-yard line.
Yep.
And you pretty much have to if you're Wilmington, right? 2 down territory.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, I don't think a field goal really does you a whole lot.
Especially the way the defense have not been able to contain Lisle.
So 3rd down and a yard for Wilmington, down to 10 seconds on that play clock as the Cats try to get up to the line. They're no stranger to this, though. Down to 5 is back to the I formation here. Hopwood under center, and he'll hand it off left side. This is Rodewald inside the 20. He's got a first down near the 19. I'll tell you what, I was beginning to get a little concerned, though, because Aaron Harris came through so fast for Lisle, he almost tackled Hopwood before he handled the ball off.
That's just what I was watching. Oh, how many yards we got there?
So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 18-yard line of Lisle, and what has turned out to be a very important offensive drive here for the Wildcats. Down to 6 seconds. Wilmington really pushing it on getting up to the line of scrimmage. Down to 2. Hopwood under center out of the I formation. Handoff to Rodewald. And he's going to get 2, maybe 3. You kind of wonder at some point, though, if you ever go back to the double wing, right? Or is it just the field and they feel like I formation is more of a downhill thing?
I don't know. They've stayed with it.
I mean, it could be that the footing is not quite good enough to do
the cutting they want to do. That's where their strength
and
usually
so they have to go straight ahead, but because there's some reason that they're sticking straight pretty much in the I formation.
Here we go.
So Hopwood up under center, 2nd down and 7. Keaton going to keep it, and he's dropped for a big loss. And I mean, that just went nowhere. A loss of maybe 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and close to 15, actually 7 yards on the loss.
We have a 3rd and 14 for the Wildcats.
Boy, you just got to wonder. See what the Cats come up with here, but the offense is churning up so much time off the clock that if Lisle gets it back and scores, I mean, Wilmington's really conceivably only got about 2 possessions left after this.
And maybe not a full 2.
So 3rd down, we'll call it 13 from the Lisle 21-yard line. Handoff goes to Rodewald, trying to get around the end. Inside the 15, Rodewald breaks a tackle, and he'll get the first down all the way down to the 5, and then tack on the personal foul. My goodness, what a run from Jake Rodewald. That's unbelievable. Broke a tackle about 5 yards short of the first down, broke another tackle to get the first down, and then gets piled on down around the 5-yard line or so. That was a run of at least 16 yards, and the personal foul will get Wilmington even closer to the end zone. Boy, you were starting to think for Wilmington it was getting into real danger territory, but what a run from Jake Rodewald.
Wildcats!
He willed himself through that tackle. Looked like they had him around the shoulders, had him gripped on his uniform. And
so
wow.
It was 3rd and 13, and Rodewald picked up 16, and then off a running play, and then the personal foul got it even closer. It's just inside the 4-yard line, as Wilmington will have it 1st and goal from there now out of the double wing. And keeping it is Hopwood. He's going to score again. Keaton Hopwood off the keeper, and Wilmington makes it a 20-12 lead. Pending the extra point. Now, this becomes a huge extra point for Alan Richards and this kicking team. If Richards can knock it through, it would make it a 2-possession game, and that's big because there's only 2:24 left in the 3rd.
Boy, that was a big possession there. If Lisle would have stopped them, then you're right, we'd have been in a hard-pressed situation.
Little bit of a low snap, and the kick from Richards is good.
Wow.
My goodness.
Wow.
I didn't know if that was going to get through or not. It was a knuckleball. Give Jack Narine a ton of credit for even fielding that thing and getting it up. So Wilmington leads at 21-12, 2:24 to go in the 3rd. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats playoff football after this on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Wilmington leads at 21-12 here with 2:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. So Alan Richards will get set to tee it up from the 40-yard line, kicking off left to right. So Richards will approach Demetrius King Jr. back at his own 10-yard line. Kick comes up to the 23, across the 25 to the 30, and out to the 33-yard line goes the return. And Lisle will take over 1st and 10 from there. The problem for Wilmington has been stopping the running attack of Aiden Lombardo, who has just run wild here to start the second half. Between him and Connor Nigro off the left side, it has been a problem for Wilmington's defense, and we'll see if the Wildcats can come up with some sort of plan to slow down the Lions on this drive. 1st and 10 for Lisle from their own 34-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. Lombardo out of the shotgun. And he'll keep it himself, and this gets blown up. Back at the 31-yard line. Hunter Doherty breaks through and drops Lombardo for a loss of a couple of yards. And you got to think now, Wilmington's going to be sold out coming after Lombardo and Connor Nigro in that backfield.
Well, if you think when they lost Mike, their fullback, running back, they're better suited to run this kind of offense, really.
They've done a fantastic job so far. Now they've been aided by a penalty or two, but they've really made the best out of a couple of scenarios.
But this is really what they're better suited to than I think.
2 receivers to the near side. Lombardo out of the shotgun here. Will hand it off to Nigro. He's going to throw a pass, and no, he isn't. He's going to be dropped all the way back at the 23-yard line. And Nigro will end up losing about 9 yards as Connor tried to roll out to the right side, and Wilmington did a really nice job of picking up the one receiver that went downfield, and then Connor had nowhere to go with it.
Boy, they were getting creative, weren't they?
So 3rd down and about 20, and it seems like the Wilmington defense has come to life here toward the end of the 3rd quarter.
Watch out for the penalty now. Let's not get that.
2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Lombardo out of the shotgun, down to 1 second on the play clock, and I don't know if they got it off or not. They didn't. They actually didn't get it off, and it will be a delay of game, which will move it back another 5 yards. So now it goes from 3rd and 20 to 3rd and 25. So again, the Wilmington defense looking for that stop that they need in order to get the ball back to the offense, which hopefully can churn up a lot more clock in the 4th quarter. First and foremost, nothing is a for sure thing in this game tonight, doesn't seem like.
It doesn't.
All kinds of odd things going on. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. 3rd and 25 from the Lisle 19-yard line. And Lombardo going to keep it and breaks the tackle of Holman, but what that did was slow him up enough for everybody else to get there.
Good job by Holman.
As a gain of 7 yards for Aiden Lombardo, and Cameron Holman slowed him up enough to get everybody else there. So it'll bring up 4th down, and we'll call it 18, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Well, you've seen a little test of will for the Wildcats here tonight, and so far they've answered. Let's see how the 4th quarter goes. Wilmington leads at 21-12 over Lisle. Back with more of the playoffs in a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
So 4th down and 18 here for Lisle as they'll get set to punt it away. A little bit of a high snap, but the kick away down to the Wilmington 45. This is Narine. Broke a tackle across midfield. Down to the Lisle 45, all the way to the 44.
Nice job.
And Wilmington will have it there 1st and 10. Boy, Jack Narine tonight. You want to talk about just a couple of people who have really made some big plays at big times. Jack Narine with a couple of returns and then the hold on the extra points. You had Matt Sanchez making a big play defensively. There's just been numerous people tonight that have stepped up at opportune times to make big plays.
Yeah, we've talked about the blocking of the line there a couple times. Nice job.
1st and 10. This is Hopwood. Big hole inside the 40. Down to near the 36-yard line. Give Keaton a gain of about 7, maybe 8 by the time they spot this thing. Who knows? This crew moves stuff all over the place. Looks like about 8. Bring up 2nd down and 2 for Wilmington. And once again, you'll see the Wildcats go back to burning off tons of clock here.
Yeah, they want to burn off as much as they can and end it with a score. If they can score this time, that'd make it a 3-score game.
Well, if they kick the extra point, it'd still be 2. But Lisle had to get 2 2-point conversions.
Well, yeah, right.
So 2nd down and 2 out of the I formation. Handoff and fumble on the play, but Rodewald got back on top of it. There was such a huge hole off the left side that Jake had enough time to jump back on top of it. I mean, if he didn't fumble that football, there was an awful lot of territory sitting out there.
Somebody must have hit his arm just right as he was going by.
This has been far from a flawless performance.
No, it hasn't been.
For the Wildcats, but so far they've managed to answer every problem.
That's what you got to do. You got to win when things don't go your way.
3rd down and a yard out of the I formation from the 35. This is Hopwood, breaks another tackle all the way down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That was tough running. He had several guys grab a hold of him different times, and he willed himself on forward.
A gain of 7 more yards, and Barry has really put a lot of faith in Keaton to make big short yardage plays. All 3 of the touchdowns tonight have come from Keaton Hopwood, just taking care of the football.
And they've used up 2 minutes of this quarter so far.
1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 28 of Lisle. Again, back to the I formation with Myers at fullback and Rodewald at tailback. Handoff Rodewald off the left side, inside the 25, still churning.
Boy,
all the way down near the 22.
He literally carried a couple guys on his back the last, 3 yards.
Be a gain of about 6 yards or so. Bring up 2nd and 4 for Wilmington. Well, and you got the feeling that if the Wildcats can get a score on this drive, that it would be a rather large problem for the Lions.
Yes.
2nd down and 4 out of the I formation here. Hopwood rolls to the right side, looking downfield. Not going to pass, but just looking for a room to run. He'll get down to the 20-yard line.
He's looking for that 1st down marker, just going out there and trying to cut the last second to get that 1st down.
Yeah, when I said looking downfield, he's running out there with all the guys in front of him looking for somewhere that he could exploit, and just not a whole lot of holes there. So it'll bring up 3rd down and a yard for Wilmington. And again, you go with the idea that the Cats should be able to get a yard in 2 plays here.
Yeah, you.
And we have.
Somebody call.
Are they asking for a measurement? I mean, when did the ball move that far?
It was a whole yard.
It moved 3 times in the last 30 seconds.
Well, when that's why I said he was cutting toward the yard marker. He was going right over the top, right off the left side of it.
He was a yard short. Then he was beyond it. Now he's back to being right just short of the 1st down.
I tell you, I think he was past the yard marker by a half a yard.
Well, that's what Coach Reitz is asking. He's saying, by the way, didn't you spot it beyond the 1st down marker?
And they should have been. It should have been
I don't know. There's been some odd spots tonight. But in any case, 3rd down and a yard for Wilmington from the 19 of Lisle out of the I formation here. Cats looking for a big 1st down. This is Hopwood, and he's going to have it. I mean, literally every time tonight that Wilmington has needed a yard or 2, they've trusted Keaton Hopwood to get it. And he does right there. Picks up a couple more yards on that keeper and gives Wilmington a 1st down. and just as importantly, keeps that clock moving.
Keeps it moving. Down to 7:40 and counting.
And for Wilmington, this field has held up pretty good, except for about inside the 20, right in between the hashes, especially on the left side. The middle part of the field is still in fairly decent shape. Wilmington to the outside of that area at the moment. 1st and 10, handoff goes to Rodewald inside the 15, spins away, gets down near the 10. He'll pick up about 5 yards on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for Wilmington. I'll tell you what, man, Lisle has come to play tonight.
They have played outstanding. I mean,
it's kind of disappointing that that's who you have to see in the first round, because
Yeah.
you wonder what they would have done
outside the conference
against somebody else.
Right.
But in any case, 2nd down and 5 for Wilmington from the 11-yard line. Handoff, is that Myers, the fullback, who will get a yard or two. It will bring up 3rd down and 3. Let's call it 2 yards for A.J. Myers. This has been a very quick game tonight.
Now, A.J. Myers, that's only his first carry this half. He had 7 yards as a carry the first half. And Trey Shaw has not carried the ball once in the second half.
You know, you saw a fast game last week. This is
going to rival it.
Fast.
Yeah, this is going to rival it.
Well, Wilmington, the time of possession for the Wildcats has to be like
they must be going to call a timeout.
4-1 or something like that. And timeouts to Wilmington. 3rd down and 3 with 5:50 to go when we come back. Wilmington leads at 21-12. This is playoff football. And listening to the Wilmington Wildcats on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
21-12 is the lead for Wilmington. 5:50 to go here in this one. Lisle has come to play, and boy, have they made it tough.
They sure have.
On the Wildcats tonight. As Wilmington facing a 3rd down and 3. The ball at the Lisle 9. Now, I guess you could revisit this. If Wilmington doesn't get the first down, do you kick a field goal or you just go ahead and go for it? I mean, it's a 2-possession game regardless, so my gut instinct is go for it.
Yeah, me too.
If it was still a 1-possession game and you could kick the field goal and go up by 2, then that would tempt me, but I'm not so sure. I formation here for Wilmington. Hopwood up under center. Rodewald deep in the eye. Gets the pitch right side, trying to get the corner, and there's a flag down. And Rodewald's going to go into the end zone. But there is a flag down, which almost assuredly means holding on Wilmington. I mean, that's almost got to be. There's nothing else that can really be out that way. And it is holding on the Wildcats. It's been a lot of just strange penalties at strange times tonight. Not necessarily that holding is a strange call, but just at that particular moment seems interesting.
My man, where are they going?
I do have a few questions that I would like to ask this particular crew. Wilmington will have a 3rd and 13 way out at, what is that, the 19-yard line?
Yeah.
Good grief.
I tell you what, you don't want to turn that ball over here, huh?
Hopwood up under center out of the I formation. Handoff. Okay. That was kind of a different play call. Rodewald on a dive right up the middle.
I think they've made up their mind to go for the field goal.
And Alan Richards is going to come on, but this is no gimme. I mean, you're looking at, what, a 35-yard field goal?
Yeah, and we just used basically nothing off the clock from them.
And there's no, I mean, the traction out there isn't the best. I mean, it's not terrible, but you're not looking at premium kicking conditions. So they're going to spot it at the 30 or 25. This will make it a 35-yard attempt for Alan Richards. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Richards is long enough, and it is good. And that is a beautiful kick from Alan Richards. I mean, that was beautiful. And Richards bangs it through from 35 yards out. Wilmington leads it 24-12, 4:52 left. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats playoff football after this on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Wilmington leads it 24-12, 4:52 remaining in the game. So Lisle needs to get busy, and they need to score in a hurry if they're going to stay in this game.
And
Richards with the approach, a line drive kick. Bounces down to the 20, out across the 30 to the 35-yard line. Demetrius King Jr. slipped and fell in the middle of all the mud out there. And for Wilmington, by the way, if you can get out of here tonight without completely destroying this field, they're probably going to have to play at home next week. And maybe you can get some of the snow and rain out of here, and it'll firm up the field a little bit more. Right now, it's slick.
Yeah, we've had all that snow and rain and so forth in the last few days, and it's not been good for the field.
Two receivers to either side. Lombardo going to keep it himself, and that's not going to go anywhere. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A.J. Myers on the tackle.
They're going to give him a half-yard, a yard. But
bring up second down. I'm just going to say 10.
Yeah, it's 9. It might as well
I've had it
round
with
it up
the ball.
to 10.
I've had it with the ball being moved every 3 seconds. So the approach now, 4:15 to go in the game. Two receivers to either side. Lombardo out of the shotgun, rolls right side, fires, intercepted. Jack Narine has it inside the 35 to the 30. Narine still going to the 20 and finally spun out of bounds. There are two very late flags. There are two late flags. The ball down at the 20-yard line of Lisle, and I'm just going to go on a limb and say that this is on Wilmington. The way that Dylan Lau reacted, it certainly seems that way, but all of the penalties were post-interception. What happened is Lombardo rolled out to the right, looked downfield, was being pressured as he got rid of the football and threw it short. And Jack Narine picked it off. And for some reason, the coach for Lisle is all the way out in the middle of the field. I still don't know why he's out in the middle of the field. Not only that, you have a coach and somebody else, a ball boy or something, standing at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I guess it's a ball boy. I have no idea.
Why either one of them would be out in the middle of the field is beyond me. But
I suppose if they're switching the ball back to the other team, he came out to get the ball, I suppose. This is crazy.
I have no idea. There are flags. I don't know. Whatever it was, it caused some sort of a reaction.
We've had some of the strangest calls. And Lisle has had some of those calls go their way, and give them credit. They've made use of it and gone down the field after the calls and scored 2 touchdowns.
Well, no matter what this is, Wilmington has the football because it's way after the play. And I'm still not sure why they're... Well, they're continuing to discuss it. This has been the oddest. There have been 3 or 4 calls tonight that are just perplexing.
This happened right in front of Coach down there.
Well, and he's still, I mean, both coaches are trying to get some sort of an explanation.
Well, here's way back over here now.
So there's one penalty on Lisle, and whatever, the penalty's offset apparently. And then we have another penalty. We had one penalty on Lisle. What was that?
I have.
So there was a penalty
comes down to this.
on
First
Lisle,
down,
a penalty on Wilmington. Then there was some sort of personal foul, but they didn't say to which team the personal foul went to.
And Wilmington gets the ball, 1st and 10. Where?
That is so confusing.
That is confusing.
Well, why is the ball coming back out to past the 30-yard line if it was offsetting penalties?
Second down right now. It says second down.
So it was before the interception? Well, why is the if that counted as an interception, why does Wilmington have the ball on the 30?
I think they're marking.
Was there a personal foul? It must have been the personal foul was on Wilmington after the offsetting penalties. But they still don't have. You can't put this in play because the chain gang's nowhere near anything. The chain gang still doesn't know what's happening, so they're going to have to try to figure that out. This has been.
I'm going to put Wilmington's ball in the notes here.
It certainly can't be.
Okay, way the chain gang set up, it's definitely Wilmington's ball.
All right, so I guess the Cats get the ball. One of the penalties must have been enforced against Wilmington, even though it was offsetting penalties.
I don't believe that either.
Well, whatever. 1st and 10 for Wildcats on the 35 of Lisle. Good luck ever figuring that out. This is Rodewald inside the 30, down to the 25, still going all the way down to the 20. And Jake Rodewald will pick up 15 yards and a Wilmington first down. And right now, the Wildcats can pretty much salt away the rest of this game.
Boy, Rodewald has earned his keep tonight. Wow.
Touchdown would definitely end it. There's been some odd things happen in this game.
Rodewald has carried the ball 13 times the second half, 9 times the first half, for a total of 22 carries. Well past 100 yards, I think.
Wilmington running out of time. They better really hurry or they might not get this out. Down to 4 seconds, 3. No one's even set. Down to 1, and somehow they do manage to get that off. A.J. Myers will pick up a couple, although that was really cutting it close.
It sure was.
I mean, the offensive line was still getting set with 2 seconds on the play clock. So the clock rolls down to 3 minutes. Be sure to stick around for the post-game show brought to you by The Launching Pad. Big thank you to them for stepping up and sponsoring things this year. Be sure to stop over to The Launching Pad. Check out everything that they've done over there, all the hard work to rehab that place.
You know, I haven't eaten over there yet since they've opened it back up.
2nd down and 7. There's a fumble. Hopwood gets back on top of it, and it'll be 3rd and long. We'll have your final stat totals. We'll also talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines, and we'll have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll do all that and more in our postgame show brought to you by The Launching Pad. Timeout to Lisle. Wilmington leads at 24-12, 2:29 left. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirt worm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today.
24-12 is the lead for Wilmington. 2:29 to go in the game as the Cats have it 3rd and 9 from the Lisle 19-yard line. The Lions use a timeout. They only have 2 left. Out of the double wing this time for the Cats. We really haven't seen it this much tonight. And this is A.J. Myers, who gets stacked up again. And the timeout taken by Lisle once again. It'll bring up 4th down and 8 after a gain of maybe a yard. 2:21 left. Now Wilmington faces a 4th and 8. Do you kick the ball here? Do you try to put it in the air to get a first down and seal the game off?
It seemed to me like they weren't really going for the first down the last time, so I think I would presume they're going to kick another field goal. This is getting kind of far out.
I mean, there's no one in there to kick.
Well, you got a point there.
It's about the same spot they were before. I mean, it'd be a 35, 36-yarder. But I don't see Richards anywhere near anything. So it appears Wilmington will put the ball in the air, maybe?
I would hate to throw an interception here and run it back for a pick 6.
I mean, maybe you run it and just say, okay, our defense is going to seal it off. Kind of an interesting position for the Cats to be in. 4th down and 9 from their own 19.
They're not going to kick it.
Back to the double wing here. Let's see what they elect to do. Hopwood up under center. Drops back to pass. Looking downfield. He's going to keep it himself inside the 20 to the 15. Hopwood stays on his feet. Gets down inside the 10, and I think he might have a first down. Boy, every time tonight that the Wildcats have needed a big play, Keaton Hopwood has been there for him. That's just, that's effort. Smart play, first off, to not throw the ball, and good effort to get the first down. 1st and goal for Wilmington from the 8.
He did what he should, and don't throw that ball unless it's a wide open shot. Don't take a chance of turning it over, and he didn't. He hung on to it, worked his way down between guys, did a little, I think it was 360 down about the 5-yard line. 10-yard line. Now here we go.
Back to the double wing, 1:40 left. Handoff. This is A.J. Myers inside the 5, down near the 1. And it will bring up 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line with 1:25 left. You know, sometimes Wilmington elects to take a knee, but we'll see if they try to put another score in here.
Is it what?
2nd and goal from the 1.
They could take a couple knees and run the clock out, couldn't they?
I say go ahead and put the ball in the end zone if it were me, but
yeah.
I think everything where they're at is going to be a knee. So Keaton Hopwood will take a knee, and he might have to run one more play here. And wow, what a night for Lisle. Despite losing Mike Walker, they came out and they were ready to go.
You know, I really think it helped their offense because they compensated for it by doing the ROP, and they really worked out better for their team.
So there we go, and Wilmington will survive in round 1. We knew it was going to be a tougher test than a lot of people anticipated, and the Cats had to go 4 quarters to advance over a tough Lisle Lions group. Wilmington wins it 24-12 and the Wildcats will advance into the second round of the playoffs. Welcome into the postgame show brought to you by the Launching Pad right here at Wilmington. We'll take a break, come back with your final totals, talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reintz, and we'll have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. All that and more here in just a few minutes as you're listening to the postgame show brought to you by the Launching Pad here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Hey, Billy, where do you think you're going with that beer?
What's the big deal? He is at home.
Nice, Bob. Real nice.
Look, they're practically grown. They're juniors and seniors now, and they're here for the day. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that may be true for yours, but you can't let the others drink.
In Illinois, the social host law holds adults accountable for underage drinking.
If a minor who was drinking at your house injures or kills someone, you are guilty of a Class 4 felony. You get fined. You go to jail.
So, being the host, aka the adult, letting high schoolers drink is illegal.
Be their guide, don't provide. If you or someone you know abuses alcohol or drugs, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away. This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Cats win at 24-12 tonight over Lisle in what was a hard-fought round one game for the Wilmington Wildcats as they'll move to round two here, await the winner of Eureka and Dunbar, which will be tomorrow afternoon. So let's keep an eye on that score on the IHSA website and see what happens out there. If Dunbar were to win that game, Wilmington will be on the road next week. If Eureka wins that game and has the higher seed, that seems to be the likelihood, then Wilmington would host Eureka next week. So we're figuring out those final stats here for you in just a moment. We'll also have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard here for you in just a few minutes as Wilmington gets enough big plays down the stretch to get the win tonight here over Lisle. And you kind of knew anytime you play a team twice in a year, they're in your conference, they know you well, and then all of a sudden you have a couple little wrinkles. And the Lions always seem to be a little bit of a problem for Wilmington anyway. And then you get what you got here tonight, but a good, tough round one win for Wilmington. Lisle rushing the football tonight. Aiden Lombardo, 13 rushes for 91 yards and a touchdown. Boy, did he really get it going. Dylan Lau, 2 carries for 7 yards. Connor Nigro, 6 carries for 6 yards. Demetrius King, 1 carry for negative 16 yards. Lisle, 22 rushing attempts, 88 yards, and a touchdown tonight. Eden Lombardo was 2 of 4 through the air for 33 yards, had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Dylan Lau, 1 reception for 16 yards, and Demetrius King, 1 touchdown reception of 17 yards. Added up, Lisle only ended up with 121 yards of offense, but seemed for a good chunk of this game like they were right in it.
They have most of the yards on both of their touchdown drives. One of them was a 44-yard run the second half, and the other one was the 2 pass plays for 17 and 16, and his running play for 7 yards. The rest of the time they got almost nothing.
Keaton Hopwood tonight rushing the football for Wilmington, 12 carries for 21 yards and 3 touchdowns. The thing that doesn't show you is every time Wilmington needed a yard or needed a big play, between Hopwood and Jake Rodewald, the two of them managed to get it done. Speaking of which, Jake Rodewald, 22 rushing attempts for 146 yards tonight. Trey Shaw, 10 carries for 94 yards. A.J. Myers ran the ball 5 times for 17 yards. Wilmington did not attempt a pass tonight, so they ran the ball 40 times for 278 yards and 3 touchdowns. So the Cats outgained Lisle 278 to 121 tonight, and the Cats win it 24-12. We'll move on here to the IHSA Football Scoreboard Playoff Edition, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Well, Mantino, things didn't really go their way tonight.
That's too bad.
Marengo is winning in the fourth quarter 48-0 over Mantino. That was a 7-10 matchup. Some other scores. By the way, Piatone will play Spring Valley Hall. That's an 8-9 matchup tomorrow at 1 p.m. Coal City will take on Phoenix Military tomorrow at 2 p.m. All right, games from tonight. Princeton in the third quarter, the number 1 seed in this part of 3A, leads the 16 North Boone 47-20. Farmington, the number 4 seed, leads the 13 Seneca Fighting Irish 28-14. That game is in the fourth quarter, so Seneca hanging tough tonight. Fieldcrest with a win over West Carroll. That's the 2 seed versus the 15 in 2A, 20-8. Oakwood leads Nokomis 20-0 in the third quarter. That's also in 2A. In 4A, Prairie Central leads Richland County 35-13. That's the 10 seed beating the 7 seed. That game in the fourth quarter. In 5A, the number 1 seed Sterling leads the number 16 Marion Catholic 49-14. That's in the third quarter. Both of these games are in the fourth quarter. St. Rita, the number 8, leading Glenbard South, the number 9, 49-7. The number 4 seed Hillcrest leads number 13 St. Lawrence 18-7. A little bit tighter game there. In 6A at the half, number 3 Belvedere North leads number 14 Lake Forest 14-0. Also at the half, number 6 Kingland 35-3 over number 11 Crystal Lake Central. In the fourth quarter, number 4 Richards leads number 13 Washington 20-16. In the second quarter still, number 5 Peoria leads number 12 Shepherd 46-36. Remember when that score, was it like 35-7 or something in the first quarter?
Oh my!
It was some crazy score. It's 46-36 in the second quarter.
That's why it's taken so long.
Well, that's crazy. In 7A, number 1 Mount Carmel leads number 32 Blue Island Eisenhower 56-8. That game in the third quarter. Number 16 Glenbard North leads number 17 Bennett 35-8 in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter, Normal Community number 9 seed leads number 24 Rivas 36-0. At the half, number 4 Hershey leads number 29 Rockford Auburn 49-0. In the fourth quarter, number 5 Willowbrook leads number 28 Moline 35-14. In the third quarter, number 12 Yorkville leads number 21 Thornton Fractional South 37-0. In the third quarter, number 19 DeKalb leads number 14 Mount Prospect 40-35. Also in the third quarter, number 6 Maine West leads number 27 Downers Grove North 43-14. In the third quarter, Wheaton Warrenville South 43 and number 11 Harlem 7. So 43-7 in the third quarter. In 8A, this is still interesting. Number 1 Minooka leads number 32 Joliet West 20-7 in the third quarter.
Wow.
The Indians have not run away just yet, as Joliet West at 4-5 is still hanging tough. A final tonight, number 16 Edwardsville defeats number 17 St. Charles East 44-17. In the fourth quarter, number 24 Brother Rice leads number 9 Bartlett 28-0. In the third quarter, number 13 Fremd leads number 20 Plainfield North. That's 19-0. At the half, number 5 Oswego leads number 28 Elgin 28-0. Finals tonight, number 23 Marist defeats number 10 Glenbard East 49-7. That's really accurate seeding. And number 3 Plainfield East blows out number 30 Plainfield South 40-0 tonight. Once again, back in the Illinois Central 8, Marengo leads Mantino 48-0 in the fourth quarter. Piatone and Spring Valley Hall play at 1 tomorrow, and Coal City and Phoenix Military will play at 2 tomorrow. That is a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Well, Wilmington gets the win tonight. They're now 9-1 heading into next week's matchup, which will be against either Eureka or Chicago Dunbar. And the Cats at times didn't really have it all together. I mean, there were some penalties and some other things tonight. But what I did like was the fact that when they got tested at various times, they came through when they needed to. The defense gave up a drive or two, but every time it seemed like they needed to make a play, they made it.
Yes, they did, and they could have just thrown in the towel and quit when they got some of these penalties called against them that really gave drive to the Lions, and I give the Lions credit. When they got a chance from a penalty coming their way, they used it, and they went down and they took it on in and scored and really stuck it to us. So they did a nice job, but the guys didn't quit. In the fourth quarter there, they came back, got that interception, and helped well.
All right, joined here on the postgame show by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raintz. And, Coach, tonight, that was kind of an interesting start with Mike Walker, the big fullback and linebacker, kind of being out. And things changed a little bit for Lisle offensively. You got some of that option kind of thing going on with Lombardo, and they managed to get a couple of scores. But what we were just talking about here is every time you kind of needed to make a big play tonight, it seemed like the kids came through and made it and ended up getting a win against what we knew was going to be a pretty good test in the first round.
The first thing I want to say is to Coach Paupert at Lisle. He was down a couple guys tonight, and he walks in here and he gives us everything he's got. His kids played inspired. They're 5-4 coming into our place. They could have laid down. They played tough as could be. And so first and foremost, you give credit to them. From our standpoint, we come out of the gates, we do pretty well. Then they make a few adjustments. They're playing more aggressive than we are. And we're not playing Wildcat football there. Mm-hmm. And, a little bit, and we knew it was going to be slippery. Well, it was slippery for us and slippery for them, And so we had some slips and stuff. Defensively, they showed us with 34 out and 30. So now that they're out, you think to yourself, well, that probably helps us if they're out. But they go new offense. And so now we're making adjustments as the game goes on. And we did that, as you could tell. We finally tightened up defensively. What was that, midway through the third, I think?
Yep, that's right.
And we made some plays. Our kids did a good job there. But by the same token, give them credit. They coached themselves up great, and they did a great job. And you know what? It's always tough. First off, it's tough to beat a team twice. It's even tougher to beat a team twice that is very familiar with you. Mm-hmm. And then you throw in a bunch of seniors that they have, that this might be their last game. You are going to get one heck of an effort. And Lisle did that. And we didn't play our best, but we sustained that. We're still won 24-12. We got some things we need to work on. And but the best part about it is we can still work on it. We're not packing up our pads. So
there were a few times tonight, just different things that come to mind. Jack Narine holding on the extra points that you really need to go up 2 scores. You had Matt Sanchez come up and make a huge play defensively, and it seemed like tonight, every single time that you needed a yard or you needed a first down, between Keaton Hopwood and Jake Rodewald, just repeatedly making that play every single time that it seemed like you needed one.
Mm-hmm. No, I couldn't agree with you more. Jack Narine's interception, Jack Narine holding, Richard's good job kicking. Defensively overall, not terrible, not great. But we rode 22 tonight. Mm-hmm. That kid was he played really hard tonight, did a nice job. We need more out of Trey a little bit, but sometimes one guy's just a little better than the others in wet conditions, and tonight looked like Rhodey. But next week that could be Trey in a hurry too. So, we're going to get our act together and see what we got for tomorrow after Eureka and Dunbar play. And, there'll be either we'll be here or we'll be in Chicago next week, so we'll have to wait and see.
There was one thing that I want to ask. We went what seemed like I formation a lot without just running downhill because of field conditions and just trying to get a head start?
You know what? We've always had it. You guys have seen it. We've run it in the past quite a bit. But tonight, from Wednesday, when we really saw, boy, this could be ugly, field condition-wise. Coach Southall did a great job of taking the kids and getting us downhill. You're exactly right. Because, with our offense, it's a sideline to sideline and turn it upfield. And early on, it was okay. Later on, I-wing seemed to be our thing. And, what's great about this, too, Trey, you won't hear a word that, hey, I needed the ball. I'm fine. Yeah. Jake's getting the ball. That's great. We're a team. And so that's what I wanted to say tonight.
So talk for a minute about what this process looks like now, but between now and what your next opponent is and kind of what you guys will go through over the next 24 hours or so.
Yeah, so the first thing we'll do is first, obviously, we got to wait. We'll have a practice and films tomorrow like we always do. Go over the film, and then I'll be heading down to Eureka to watch Eureka Dunbar. And then if Eureka wins, we'll be in contact with each other concerning next Friday or Saturday. My gut on that would be Saturday because they're already on a Saturday. If Dunbar wins, I'll talk to them before the game's over or right after the game there and just talk to them about what they're thinking. And then hopefully by tomorrow night at 7, we got a pretty good idea of what, for sure Sunday. If it gets past Sunday, that means we're not agreeing with each other, and the AD's got to talk to the state and go through that whole thing. So, but usually, tell you the truth, either way, if we go to Chicago, it's an hour. You go to Eureka, okay, it's an hour and a half, hour 20 minutes. Yeah. So it's not terrible. So.
Well, Coach, your guys came out and got things done when you needed to. And, again, playing an opponent for a second time is always rough. But you get a win, and the key thing there is you get the opportunity to coach for another week, and those guys get an opportunity to play for another week.
Yeah, and we talk to our kids, hey, it's a tough season. It's a long season. And maybe tonight we're a little tired or something. But, I think tonight, too, a little bit. I think because of the success we had the first time, I think we thought to ourselves, this will be pretty. And then we kind of fell into that trap. We come out of the gates getting after them pretty quick. Oh, we got it. And Lisle just said, no, we're going to be here all night. And, again, credit to Lisle on that.
All right, Coach, congratulations on a win tonight, and we'll see you for week 2.
Okay, guys, thanks.
All right. So Coach Jeff Franks joining us here on the postgame show, brought to you by the Launching Pad here in Wilmington as the Wildcats win it 24-12 tonight over Lisle. Of course, we have to wait and now see what happens tomorrow. I believe it's at 2 between Eureka and Chicago Dunbar. But if Chicago Dunbar wins, Wilmington goes there next week. If Eureka wins, they would come here. And so then we just kind of go week by week. And hopefully the field will firm up a little bit between, tonight and next Saturday, which I think it should. If anything, it'll probably freeze and be rock hard by the next week. So the Cats win it tonight. A big thank you to all of our sponsors here tonight. We do appreciate it. We'll see you next week, either Friday night or Saturday, whenever it is. Be sure to check back to the Facebook page, and we'll keep you up to date on that. Wilmington wins it 24-12 over Lisle. On to week 2 of the football playoffs next week. You've been listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.